First, we want to get to a news conference that's happening live in El Paso. This is a look at it right now. So El Paso Border Patrol is holding a press conference. This event is to discuss the increased border enforcement measures known as the, quote, Deep South campaign, and to provide more information on the designated national defense areas. Let's take a listen in to what's being said right now.
And working with Border Patrol agents. Yeah, as a battalion commander in charge of the soldiers that I have working within the NDA and outside the NDA with Border Patrol, my purpose is 100% operational control of the southern border. Anything that talks about U.S. civilians coming into the NDA, I would probably have to give that up to the Department of Defense or Installation Management Command that owns the NDAs. Such as Fort Bliss and Fort Huachuca.
Sure, thanks. I appreciate the question. So anything that has to do with land ownership, policy, or those processes or procedures that are deciding on where those boundaries are, I would defer you to U.S. Army Installation Command. I can get with you after this and provide you with a point of contact who can provide information about that.
To follow up on that, do you actually sign for a little bit bigger? Because yes, I understand that here we have the razor wire, but like out in the end, with it big, we have the river, and then you've got a couple of pretty small signs. Do you wish that they maybe were facing the river just a little bit larger than that?
No, so I believe those signs do face the river for sure. I believe they're often attached or very close to a 30-foot bollard wall that's in that area. There are some gates and gaps. They're posted every 100 meters, give or take. So I do feel that it is obvious that you're in an area that you should not expect or have any reasonable belief that is a hospitable area to affect an illegal entry. It's not a welcoming sight to have the concertina wire, to have the DOD and Border Patrol resources deployed in that area, and to have an 18 to 30 foot border barrier in that area. With these signs posted, every 100 meters, I feel like the message is there. Do not cross illegally, and you are entering into an area that you shouldn't be in. Want to speak to that?
The question was respect to the exact numbers of people that have been charged thus far. Do I understand it correctly? So in New Mexico, it is in excess of 500, and that number does continue to go up. We continue to bring these national defense area related charges, and they are in various postures in court. And we continue to take it day by day and evaluate it case by case. With respect to one thing that I did want to mention, as you know, there is a high level of recidivism when it comes to border crossing. And so each and every person that is apprehended in a national defense area is put on notice of the fact that they have stepped into a national defense area. They are advised by Border Patrol that they have stepped into a national defense area. They're shown a form, they sign a form, that form goes into their immigration file. And so the next time they cross the border unlawfully, there's going to be no issue as to whether or not they were on notice about stepping into a national defense area, regardless of whether they saw the sign or not, because they had previously been on notice and had to sign a document acknowledging that they knew that they had stepped into a national defense area. And so as we continue to move forward with these prosecutions and we start dealing with recidivist crossers, I think you'll see these cases getting to the finish line in a much quicker fashion.
one. Sí, muchas gracias y agradecido la pregunta. No vamos a hablar de números de agentes, ni números de equipo, ni nada que está en el área conocido por el NDA. Esa es una respuesta que tiene que ver con la seguridad de los oficiales y de los soldados que está operando en esa área. Pero tenemos los mismos elementos trabajando diariamente, 24 horas al día, 365 días al año en esas áreas y también en el resto de la frontera, desde Brownsville, Texas, hasta San Diego, California.
You're watching Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturdivant. Right there, you're watching a live press conference from El Paso, Texas. El Paso Border Patrol, they're holding a press conference there. This event is to discuss the increased border enforcement measures known as the, quote, Deep South campaign. All right, so we want to shift